oftentimes I would say, like, as you're getting famous or as you're getting on, you're breaking whatever level you used to be on, a lot of times your relationship is lost when you break that code, because the relationship was with the person that operated on the code under that, or the level under that, or the behavior before the behavior you have to sustain at this level. Like, even with me, when I was coming up, I'm telling myself, like, yo, you 100% got to do something to protect yourself from yourself, because your arrogance will kick in. Your arrogance will kick in and you'll think, I can handle it. I got it. No changes needed. Yo, there's changes needed. And then it changes your ambition. I want people to understand this. Love changes your ambition. Being in love changes your hustle. Having someone to love on changes your hustle. And I don't mean your children, because your children, if you are a man of substance or a woman of substance or a person, a human of substance, you're going to hustle for your children. But a man that's in love, a woman that's in love, and in position to make a lot of money, they operate at a much higher level because they're much more complete. They're much more confident. Their career, like, a lot of things just operate at a much higher click. The universe is just in sync. The universe and their love life and their business life and their personal life and everything is just in concert, and the goals are being knocked down one after the other, because there's a vibration. It's unfortunate because the other side of that coin, breaking out of poverty, most times calls for you to disconnect from the person that you love, unless you guys do it together. That's why I champion certain relationships that has climbed out of the pool together, because I say, man, it's nothing like that understanding that they possibly can garner, that they can harness amongst each other, because they've been at the hip throughout the process. For me to get up this mountain, I had to really say, y'all wait right here. And then on my way back down, I'm like, is this even this? Like, and when I say down, I mean mentally, because you're going to find yourself having to do one or two things when you come from the street. Either you're going to have to dumb it down for the street guys, or they're going to be talking over your head in these meetings. So if you never learn anything and you never feed your soul and your consumption is at a very low click, then what happens is when you was where it matters the most, you can't operate a high level conversation. But over in the ghetto, you know how to pop it. Hey, say twin, hey boy, it don't matter if she catch a bus, long as she stop at SunTrust, you can pop it. But when you get in that corporate meeting, you somewhat timid, sitting with your hands crossed, you don't know what they talking about. And that's where everything on the line at. But boy, I ain't gonna lie, even with me, the more you do of one, the less you do of other. And this is why a lot of these people come off as not cool to the hood. Because now I'm in corporate meetings twice a week, 3 times a week with high-level companies speaking about things. And so what ends up happening is what? When it's time to pop it, I don't even have all the slogans I used to have and all just the little bravado I used to have. I can just spit out shit. Like when I was just really hustling out there, man, it sound like a pimp. He's spitting that ism for real. But it's like once you start taking these means and then you say, oh, they talk like that. Damn, I sounded kind of, I need to be able to sound like I know what I'm talking about when they saying we'll send a check for $2 million right now. If you can just close this deal, it's a 15-minute meeting and you can't get in there and say nothing. That can't be me. I'm too valuable to the structure of this. That just can't be my circumstance. And so I had to learn how to go that route. I remember being in a meeting with iHeart with Black Effect. Shout out to them the other day. And we was doing my radio run. And so I would have to talk a certain way. Like you hear me now, I communicate well when I get to rolling, but there's a certain like a broadcaster, almost like that's why I love how Envy do it. But there's a thing where it's like 101.1 to beat jams. This is your guy, Big Loon. I am here today to give everyone there's something happening with the communication. And So Dolly and them had me on and they was trying to get me into it. And I'm like, yo, I really appreciate this side of the game because although it's uncomfortable, right? Because I've never took none from anyone, like in regards to verbatim or say it like this or nothing. So even though it's uncomfortable for me, it's growth for me. It's so important that I participate in these things from whatever aspect it needs to happen because experience is the father of learning. And when you become too cool to do those things, this is how you box yourself in. And I know my brand is hella cool. Like I'm the cool kid. But I need to be resourceful. I need to be useful in the space for the culture. Like it's so important that, yo, at the detriment of me looking so cool, I might got to come out on stage, you know, with these people and do this segment. You know, not nothing that compromise my integrity, but something that considers the culture and where we're trying to go. You know, because I feel as though my place here is just totally different. But you can't be able to pop it in the neighborhood and then get in them corporate meetings and can't even talk for yourself. I advise you to get some information on both fronts. Just as cold as you is with popping it, you need to be cold in that corporate office, in that corporate meeting, because it's a lot of money being left on the board and it's utilized in different ways. Like, let's just say I am a rapper with a label. Let's say I got my own label. And the label, there's all kind of budgets that they're paying things from your fucking, if you're one of those artists that really is moving the needle, your budget is paying a whole staff of people. Your job is to get them to allocate whatever they can to your in-house team to get your people paid. That's your job. But you don't know that long as you getting paid, you'll pay your people out of your money. Nah, There's a budget going to marketing. We have a marketing department in our in-house proven department. Actually used to work for y'all. We hired them when y'all let them go last time or whatever the case may be. But I'm just handing that piece of game out there to y'all to, yo, utilize them budgets right. And 50 Cent has taught, I think, the baby how to utilize. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yo, how we utilize these budgets. Let's utilize them in the right way, like that really helps me. Let me utilize the buildings and my relationships in a way that helps me. But going back to love for a minute, and we'll get out of here in a minute. I think I'm just going to, I'm going to start having podcasts just about, I may talk about topics, but I just kind of like talking about the game. Just talking about information. Interviewing people, talking about information. Maybe sometimes talk about current topics if they fit something I want to talk about. But I can just chop it up like this with y'all. And that's cool with me. But when you think about it, love is the only thing that will gear up in the way that we do as human beings. We have faith in love that we don't have in nothing else. Picture anything else you've done in your life where you've been 0-8. 0-9, 0-10, and you suit right back up to go right back out on the court, and you got all the faith in the world that this time it hit different. They done activated all the same feelings for the 9th time, and you still believe. Love is so precious that we want to believe. And I'm only talking to people that truly done had somebody that loved them, because if you just running around fucking, you ain't hearing me. You too young. This'll make sense at a different point in your life. But man, when you find true love, when somebody really love on you and consider you, because when I love you, my job is to consider you. My job is to place you amongst things that I consider on a daily basis when I call myself loving you. And that's your job as well. And so to be considered by a person that you really, right, it's a different vibration. The more you got at stake, just the harder it is. And you'll feel sorry when you bump into a woman or a gal. You feel it in your heart and you feel sorry that they can't find love until you bump into somebody that don't even have a heart no more. That done gave up on love. And when you run into them people, it's a different thing. You say, oh, he don't even love his kids or nothing. Some people just full of hatred. You got to stay away from them people because they bleed. And you got all white on. You got all white on. So anyway you touch them, it's visible. Anything anything they encounter is visible because they're bleed. Now, there's a way you can prepare yourself to deal with them, but just to stumble up on them and engage with them at a high level is a very dangerous task because energy is transferred. And when you really balling, you want to share this shit. That'd be another reason dudes be 20 and 30 deep. But I got something on me. It's something in me that don't want nobody to use me. It's something I'm dealing with that I just don't want nobody to be able to use me. I've been used for so long, and I've done things for people, man, that went on rants and act like I didn't do nothing for them. And it was just so many things I've been through. I think I'm damaged to. I just don't want nobody using me. And let me be clear, baby girl, if I'm breaking bread with you, you can't use me. You ain't no tricking me. I ain't one of them kind of guys. I'm talking about using me. That mean I really got love for you. And you done mishandled my love for you. You done misplaced my expectations of what I considered you to be to me. You done just done something. You done ruined. You done broke our wings. Saddened me to have to tell somebody, yo, you broke our wings. What you've done was respected, but man, it broke everything we had. And it didn't. In my case, right, and here's something I give y'all just personally. I'm a guy that when I love you, I got expectations for you. Because I know no matter what, I'm going to be the guy that do what need to be done for the people that I do it for. 100%. And so when they play with me, man, it hurt hard. It's a different kind of hurt. And so when people show me that I'm in my bottom, when I'm at my wits end and they don't got nothing for me, they don't got no feelings for me, no nothing, it tears me down. I could never do that to them. You know, I don't know where you coming in at. I go by the name of Big Loon. It's Up There Podcast. Let me do this PSA. We'll start right back just chopping up some game. But listen, PSA, don't give my number to nobody. Don't give my number to nobody. Because what's happening is dudes is getting up under other men and finessing men number out of men. You know, man, listen here, man. Do not give my number to these little guys, man, that's telling you what they gonna spend with me, how much booking they got going for me and all this and that. Because remember this, homie, we getting money out this industry. So it's channels in place to get to a nigga. If it's a bag involved, there's some channels in place. Man, these niggas all the way from here to Timbuktu can call and get some money to one of us. Do not give nobody my number. If I give you my number, like me, I ain't never giving nobody number out. Like it got to be such and such, it got to be some screening going on. But for somebody just to pop up on your phone and say, man, this such and such, who it is? I be asking, hey, who gave you the number? Because you blocked and he blocked. When anybody get the number, this is male, female, business, whatever. Whenever somebody get the number that's on my hip, that's part of the exclusive package. See, again, I keep telling y'all got to break your life down into packages. Some people get the standard package. Some people get the luxury package, exclusive package. The family package is something totally different. That's another number. That's another, you get address, safe code numbers, little hiding spots. Damn near when I put you in the family package. But I'm talking about when you get my number, though, that's kind of me putting you in the exclusive package. Now, when I answer, because you can get the number and never get an answer. But if I answer you, that's a whole nother level. But damn, I'm answering you. Now you done ad-lib some unknown person my number. And I got millions tied to this phone, so I can't just dish the number. Like y'all going outside, what y'all letting dudes finesse y'all about, man? Hey, he want to book this and that and that and this. Man, do we got some money? Do we got a deposit? Have he sent something? You done gave boy access to me. Have he sent some? Y'all be too wrapped up in this shit. Had a homeboy, had they booked something? Because I'm to the point now, homeboy, where I'm sick of ideas. I'm dealing with too many of my own. Nigga, I'm sick of ideas. Don't you bring me no whole bunch of niggas with all these motherfucking ideas and no execution. I'm searching for execution, man. I got a hunger for execution. I'm not interested in ideas. Every time I'm backstage or every time I'm somewhere rolling, because I kick this kind of flavor, they push up on me with mad ideas. And I had to cut into them sometime because I had to help them understand that, yo, brother, it take damn near all my bandwidth to run this shit at a high level. You get what I'm giving you? So here you come with your idea pushing up on me, talking about it starting up and this and that. I ain't even meant that. That ain't the mode I'm in, dog. I ain't right. I'm still, I'm pitching and catching. You dig? So I ain't really in that mode where I'm sitting in the umpire booth and just watching the game. I'm on the field, dog. Don't come bother me about your idea right now unless it coincide with my idea and it help my vision. Niggas will come at you with a totally different idea. Man, I just came with these new scissors. Say, dog, it ain't time for that for me. They don't even respect the position. Either they don't respect the position or they too thirsty, and either one is a problem, because if you don't look at me and know that, yo, right now, homeboy going hard with this, ain't no way he finna stop what he doing and help me launch my new scissors. You get what I'm saying? And you got to give yourself some runway of understanding, dog. You see? Because I'm trying to, and I hope it don't come off disrespectful, but I'm not interested in men's feelings at this point, right? I'm just trying to get a game accepted, rejected, whatever you do with it, that's on you. I done put it in a package now and zipped it up. This shit here for sale. So whatever you do with it, your opinion on it at this point in time is doing nothing to the overall objective. I'm already rolling. But I do want to get that PSA. Do not give nobody my number, dude. And of course, when I say don't give nobody my number, you know the caliber people I'm talking about. You know the caliber people I'm talking about, man, that's calling around asking for numbers. You know the caliber people. Don't give them guys my number, bro. You know if somebody like one of them men call, they got some business on it. Yeah, this is such and such. Like, certain people is what it is. But I'm talking about on some, this little nigga here done gassed you up into believing he running 14 different rejuvenation centers. And he got 3 vegan spots in. And you dig, don't do me like that. Unless you got a budget and you finna spend something. And then it can't be right, because here's another thing, right? This is another reason why there's an ad problem or a sponsorship problem amongst the black community and the businesses in the black community. By the time they catch on, it's too late. And the price is up. And we hold each other accountable financially when we didn't believe in one another, right? We'll put that number on you. You ain't believe, you ain't believe at the stuff. Smiling, putting that number on you. You ain't believe what I was. Smiling, putting that number on you. You ain't really believe what I was putting that number on you. So we hold each other accountable in that. And so what happens is, when you deal with some of these big companies, they understand the audience is the hook, right? And so what they're depending on is this ad. They take and run the ad they sell. What happens in the black community, they pay you for the ad, and then they think they paying for your likeness. So what they want you to do is damn near work the ad. They want you to work. They want you to damn near work the piece of content. No, the thing is for you to be next to me that's popping on fire. And then you take that video and you go put another 8,000 into that. And that, hey, I'm with the dude and them, you ain't saw me. That validates me. He don't do that. They don't do that. Or it costs to do that. Or they verify you before you do. Right? You got to work that. I don't got time to stop my multi-million-dollar and work your business for you and work your, dog, that ain't going to happen. I was just telling them at Invest Fest, yo, the dope sell itself. It's a whole lot of pitching going on. I'm uncomfortable with it. I feel like we playing baseball. Niggas is pitching everywhere. I'm saying, damn, what the hell is all the pitching? The dope sell itself. I ain't pitched none. Man, I done climbed the ladder. I ain't pitched nothing. So I'm looking around, man, they pitching, man. It's a whole bunch of pitches. It's a nigga backstage talking about how, man, you better pitch. You got to pitch. And I said, boy, it sound good. And I'm going to figure a way to do it, but it got to be right. But I'm uncomfortable with it, I'll be honest. Because I know you pitching, but is they catching? And when they catch it, is it what they thought they was going to get when you was pitch? Like, it's something happening there that I got to verify the results of before I step into it. But again, I need people to understand this. And so the dope sell itself. I done put all this work in for me to now be saw working a nigga ad because he paid me whatever the amount is. It's not going to happen, brother. You know how far I done went. Like, and this ain't disrespect. This is clarification. Only because I know if I'm going through this, a lot of people are going through this. It's important to me to speak on it. Now, some of y'all podcasts might be in a space where, yo, I can't stop and work this with home. Mine's is more so, yo, man, like it's like asking the Breakfast Club to work your ad. This is what I'm saying about you got to respect who I am and my credibility. It's like asking the Breakfast Club, yo, I'm coming on the Breakfast Club. Then what I need y'all to do if I come on is y'all need to work the fact that I'm on. That ain't finna happen. We don't even got that kind of time, man. This is an infrastructure. This shit rolling around here, man. Now, you being on the Breakfast Club is a thing the same way that you being on this Up There podcast is a thing. Now, if you can't see that, then we already got a problem at step one. Everybody that somebody know what this Up There podcast is, and from the outside, if you shaky about it, hold your money, because we don't need it. I don't need nobody shaky about their money on my side. I could have been cashed out if that was the case. Everybody, if you don't believe in what Loon is doing, hold your money. I'm going to be all right. Let me put a guarantee out there for all my business partners. If you're feeling shaky about anything I got going on, hold your money. Let me take care of it. We gonna be okay on this side. I can guarantee that one. You dealing with one of the most brilliant men that's walking the planet. Ain't no way I can fail now. And I get in my pocket and I'm able to speak to my audience. And in this vibe right here, when I speak to my audience, I think I'm second to none. That excludes nobody. And I say that humbly because I know how much work I got to give. I was watching, and I tell you something, I find motivation in life. Shit been so easy for me in this podcast space. I'm starting to step out of hip hop and go in these other worlds, and I'm reaching the people, and I hope they turn me down. I want you to understand how my mind work and my psyche work, right? When I reach out to somebody, because I never reach out to nobody, but when I reach out to them, part of me hope they turn it down. Because when they turn it down, most times if I do take that extra step and reach out to you, when they turn it down, then it kind of changes the categories for me. It's like it does something with that likeness in my brain, and it puts them over there in that spot where he might be competition. That might be why I can get my next 6 months off of. Not saying his name, but pulling from the fact that he think that I ain't what he need to be. Like, I might be better than you at doing what you doing if I take a second and look that way, how I feel about it. And that's respectfully to everybody doing it, but I'm telling you something. Right? So part of me, when I reach out to a person, it's like, yo, let's see what happened. And particular individual I reach out to, and this is unique for me, and it's funny to me, and not that I expect anything. Again, I'm looking for drivers. I'm looking for triggers. I'm looking for things to happen along the way that's gonna make me feel like, yo, they playing like that? Do they not know? I know you done saw, like, it's a couple guys that I'm noticing they moving funny. Let's address this, right? And I only speak on it because I know they watch me. Again, your reaction when you see me tell me that you watch me. Because you don't know me, right? So there's a couple of guys that I feel funny energy when I'm in the building with them. And again, man, my peace is so valuable right now. Man, I'm almost willing to do anything for this thing to stay peaceful. Man, God been so good, man. to stop chaos, man. It's like stopping a freight train. You know how long it take to stop chaos. You know how long it take to rewire something. Man, and the fact it done got peaceful, man, I say, man, I do damn near anything to stay peaceful. But man, some people you push up on a hater, man, and you can feel it. Lately, I've been in positions where I've been pushing up on haters. And not on no gangster shit, not even on no, I ain't even trying to push up on them. I've been paid to be in a position to be next to a hater. Let me explain something to you. You got to develop a skill set because sometimes they'll pay you to be next to a hater. Sometimes it makes sense to be next to a hater because in this building means that I need to be next to these people that's next to these people because my position on the board says that I have to be present. Not only there, but I have to be present in the moment. When I say a hater, let's not get this confused because a lot of people are going to say, yo, man, that's some internet shit. Dudes don't be hating on you. And ain't nobody hating on you. And I truly believe that a lot of times it's a figment of our imagination that we're dealing with so many haters and so many cock blockers and this and that. I do believe that there's a level of delusion attached to that. But I also know because I'm a structured man, I'm a peaceful man, I know the energy don't lie. And I'm an energy man. Some people I can just get around and say, oh, I'm a threat to him. Jesus Christ, I feel it on him. And I started to like, you ever seen a dog, he trying to figure out what the fuck is up with you? Like you on some, right? Because where I come from, you gotta be comfortable being you because they gonna expose everything about you that they know about you. So they force you into being comfortable being you. And I think that sometimes they play against you because now you don't have any secrets to hide. And man, a person with something to hide or something to cover or something that they running from, man, you get a certain burst of energy running from something, man. Some people running from the things they done in the past, man. They want to let that shit go. That was dog times. It wasn't nothing going on. And so they running from their past. You know what it's like to run from something. You know what it's like to have something you want to hide or get away from, or you don't want somebody to see, or you don't want somebody to know. That's damn near your purpose. Sometimes your whole purpose lives in, I'm running from what that used to be like. You know that when you grab your girl phone, that her reaction tell you everything you need to know. You ain't even got to go through the phone. If her voice changed, if her voice go to change and she go to holler and sound like Medea or somebody, she go to going level 6,400 by that phone, get my guy away, tearing the door down, kicking the door. You already know, say, shot, I don't even got to go in him. I don't even got to go in your phone. Yes, Lord, you just showed me what it was. I see what's going on. Now it's about privacy.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Same way with the dude. Man, a nigga be on his way to Detroit 4 hours out, leave that phone at the house and turn around. Man, he can just get the phone when he get back home. Home gonna turn, I need to go get that phone. You already know what that mean, man. Because you look at yourself and you say, what is your purpose? Say, man, I want to get rich. Why? I know what it feel like being broke. I ain't had nothing coming up. My mama ain't never have a house. I had to put her in one. My people ain't never did this. I had to do that for them. Man, ain't nobody made an M all together. And everybody been working 30 years straight. I'm the first nigga clear the M. I done it every 2 days, nigga, on tour. Whatever the case may be, right? Whenever you hustling good, it's like, say, you got to understand this vibration is high. And so it put a lot on your shoulders. There's 2 things you're going to need on this journey, purpose and hunger. You hope they coincide. Sometimes they can be parallel. They can be next to each other. Sometimes they never cross paths. But long as you got them both, I think you can go far, purpose and hunger. Sometimes I look at people and I ask what they done because they say, Loon, I'm trying to get on. How you get on? Loon, how you validate this? How you validate that? And I ask, where's your consistency? Where's the proof? Without the proof, everything is shaky because I'm not sure I want to eat off something that you ain't eating off of. Listen, people want to eat with people that they clearly see got enough for themselves, and they may be a little more, a little extra over there where it's enough to go around. Don't nobody want to come, but you know them, man. They ain't got but one piece of chicken over there. Ain't nobody. Now do your thing, bro. Do your thing over there. Do your thing. Now, if I'm a hustler, it's about what I see you doing with that one piece of chicken. If I see you getting one piece of chicken out the skillet and just going to eating it, I say, okay, he a one-step nigga. He ain't having no innovation. And I'm talking about your hustle. You got to keep up with what I'm putting down. But if I see you take that chicken out the skillet and cut him up and then put some pasta on there and make some, and you get some bread and, he done turned that into something. He's stretching the meal. Boy done figured out how to hustle with that thing. He took one piece of chicken and fed. And that's the problem. A lot of y'all just grabbing it right out the skillet, eating it. Y'all ain't even understanding. You got to prepare a plate, prepare something for people to be able to say, yo, we feel like we can eat off that. Let's see how far we can get with it. You know, my podcast is for the real ones. There ain't another podcast like this here. There is not another guy on the other side of the mic kicking like this. I don't care who you go get. The style, the pizzazz, the showmanship, the inflection, the topics, the understanding, the articulation, right? The connections, the value, right? Also in the algorithm, the ability to monetize, the ability to speak, the ability to transition. They cannot fuck with this, right? And I say this humbly, right? Because I look at myself in the mirror and I say, you know what, man? You got a long way to go. And let me give some time. Let me give some respect, man. I love just talking to y'all, man, because it just, I don't need no notes. I'm really about to stop even talking about all that culture shit because I'm growing more, and it's like I really don't care about it, right? Who was arrested? What was arrested? I really ain't tripping. Like, I'm really on some, yo, man, you dig? I'm leading some shit. Like, these niggas, let them have that. Right? Loon is on some, right? I talk about it when I want, or if I see fit, if I see value, if I see, you dig? But just to talk about it, let them youngsters, y'all, you dig? Y'all got the slop sud. Y'all can get the slop sud. I can operate high level and fuck over everything. That's how I feel about it. And so I feel as though that's my vibration. But one thing about Loon, I try not to be affected by other niggas' positions on things. You know, my position is my position. You dig? How I feel about things is how I feel about things. I think I've garnered enough respect from the culture to where people understand, like, Loon is a thoughtful person. Like, Loon is one of them men that he an information guy, so he ain't just out there gonna be saying anything. You dig what I'm saying? I think I must stay on the course because I'm so valuable to the space. And people ask me what's my secret to success, how I got on, what make me different, right? Number one, I'm dealing with information. That's number one. Number two, I let them imitate, I originate. So my show is a different thing. It lives in a place where they say, yo, that show, it ain't no other show like that. It ain't nobody, right? There's some people, personalities that give game, right? They feed off energy, though. Could you imagine me in my bag next to some of the greatest speakers in the world? You dealing with me and the camera. You ain't even dealing with no whole bunch of razzle dazzle and no energy or nobody hyping me up and telling me you this or that or telling me nothing, giving me no information, giving me no nothing. And it's important that I highlight that only because you guys who listen may not understand the heights that is. You guys may not understand what that really takes to have a podcast where you operate like that. Boom, handle your business. But all you cool guys, all you street guys, you got to understand this. if you want some money out of this industry, sometimes they gonna book you to share a stage with a hater. Share the backstage with a hater. Share the venue with a hater. Share the flyer with a hater. Nigga, sometimes you gonna have to share the mic with a hater. You gonna have to share the message with a hater. You dig? Sometimes you become undeniable, so the hater got to share with you. The hater can no longer put you in a position where they've locked the doors and not let you in. Now the hater got to share the stage with you. But you got to know how to act when you amongst the haters. You got to know the good product and the bad product come off the same assembly line. You got to work the assembly line. Sometimes you got to go right in the venue right after the races. He left the venue last night, sold it out. You sold it out. You can't take that personal. Sometimes you got to share the stage, share the venue, share the spotlight with the haters. And we all working the assembly line. We all come off the same assembly line. We see it with people like the creative director of Supreme. You know, this system is in place in which you have to fight through these doors, get on this quote unquote assembly line. And that's where the hood gets it confused, or black culture get it confused, because as soon as you get on the assembly line, they go to clapping. They done made it, y'all. They in.
It's up there. It's up there. Ooh.